the philosophy behind the samurai. Samurai Jack is one of the most groundbreaking and visually striking animated series ever created. When Genndy Tartakovsky brought this epic adventure to life in 2001, he didn't just craft a feast for the eyes. He gave us a modern take on ancient Eastern philosophy. The story follows a samurai named Jack who travels through time, facing incredible challenges and undergoing a deep philosophical transformation. Samurai Jack isn't just an action-packed tale, it's a masterful exploration of the complex themes of Eastern thought. Jack has been trapped by the evil Aku in a dystopian future, a world completely opposite to the peaceful and orderly past he once knew. This chaotic, dark future reflects the cyclical view of time found in many Eastern philosophies. In Hinduism and Buddhism, time is seen as an endless cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth, just like Jack's continuous battles and Aku's relentless returns. Each episode presents new challenges as Jack struggles to shape his own destiny. Buddha taught that human life is filled with suffering, caused by ignorance and desire. We are not linear beings, we live in cycles, and until we overcome our desires and ignorance, we remain trapped in Samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Jack's battles mirror this struggle. His journey is a fight to break free from endless cycles. Over time, Jack learns to master his emotions and move beyond ignorance, becoming a wise and skilled warrior. The series highlights his character growth and spiritual maturation, with Zen Buddhist principles clearly influencing his journey. The show also weaves in Taoist teachings like Wu Wei, the principle of effortless action. This philosophy teaches us to do our best, then let events unfold naturally, trusting in the flow of life rather than forcing outcomes. Jack embodies this when he searches for the time machine, but accepts his circumstances when he cannot find it, showing true surrender to fate. In episodes like The Wanderer, we see Jack learning that his destiny will unfold in its own time. By the final season in 2017, Jack has aged, with his hair and beard grown long. 50 years have passed, and he has learned to live in harmony with nature, finding balance between his surroundings and his inner self. This connection to the world around him gives Jack both physical and spiritual stability. And of course, Jack is a samurai. His actions are guided by Bushido, the samurai code of ethics. For centuries, samurai have lived according to Bushido, passing these principles down through generations, a tradition that Jack carries with him, even in a world turned upside down. Samurai Jack and the philosophy of Bushido. The term samurai refers to the noble warrior class of ancient Japan. Bushido, on the other hand, is the way of life followed by these samurai. Samurai sought guidance on every aspect of life, including moral dilemmas, in Bushido. Literally, Bushido means the way of the warrior, but the concept goes beyond this. It represents a path of life that combines discipline, ethics, and a warrior's mindset. In this sense, Bushido is less about combat strategy and more about personal growth, maturity, and enlightenment. In Samurai Jack, we can see the principles of Bushido fully embodied in the character of Jack. These core principles include honesty and justice, courage and perseverance, benevolence and compassion, politeness, integrity and straightforwardness, honor, loyalty, and duty. Samurai equipped with these ethical values were not only heroes who protected their nation, but also guides of moral conscience for their people. In Jack's story, we see him putting his life at risk to protect others, standing alone against the evil sorcerer Aku. Jack is a hero in the eyes of his people, and risking death is his duty. He courageously takes on the responsibility of opposing Aku, who dwells in a pit of hatred. Before landing the final blow, Aku cheats, opening a portal that sends Jack into a chaotic future ruled by evil. Throughout the series, we watch Jack strive to return to the past, seek justice for his people, and avenge his family. His arduous journey tests his body, but strengthens his spirit. Ultimately, to defeat Aku, Jack must first master his own anger. He realizes that his true enemy lies within, ignorance and desires. One cannot defeat an external enemy without first overcoming the one within. This is the essence of Bushido. The warrior must conquer himself before others. A true samurai progresses by overcoming the past, improving upon the present, and striving for betterment without pursuing personal gain. He lives humbly, acts with restraint, and approaches challenges with calm composure. A warrior aware of the present moment relies solely on his own strength, moving with determination. In Bushido, there is no room for hesitation. Every action must be decisive. But decisiveness here is not the same as recklessness. An honorable person's heart remains steady and avoids impulsive reactions. One key principle Bushido emphasizes is the awareness of mortality. Understanding that all things are transient, the warrior must learn to die while living. To truly live, one must first confront their own death. One must master their own mind. Bushido finds its meaning in death. In life or death situations, there is no room for doubt. A warrior must face death with determination, choosing a principled death over a life without honor. This mindset forms the foundation of courage in the martial arts. Consistency between words and actions is crucial. A warrior avoids careless speech, as even minor slips can reveal inner weaknesses. A samurai must exercise complete self-control, becoming master of every word that leaves his mouth. It's important to note that the harmony of thought and speech is a defining difference between Eastern and Western philosophy. In India, philosophers are expected to practice their teachings. They pursue philosophy for the sake of spiritual liberation, not as intellectual exercise. In contrast, Western philosophical systems, such as those developed in Greece or Germany, focus on abstract systems, often detached from lived experience. History shows that wisdom is considered an Eastern quality, not a Western one. For example, Taoist masters cannot be compared to professors or intellectuals. Philosophy is a way of life for them, inseparable from daily practice. Meanwhile, many Western philosophers lived lives far removed from their teachings, like Martin Heidegger, who was involved in Nazi propaganda, or John Locke, a slave trader despite advocating freedom. Returning to Samurai Jack, it's clear that Jack's words and actions are in perfect harmony. Throughout the series, he consistently protects innocent people and never condones any form of evil. In one episode, he even abandons the chance to return through the time portal to save his friends instead. Jack's unity of thought and action embodies the true spirit of a samurai. In the 16th century, the famous Japanese swordsman Miyamoto Musashi outlined 4 key vows of the samurai in his work. The Book of 5 Rings, guiding the path of the warrior. Never be late, be useful to your master, respect your parents, rise above love and sorrow to act for the good of humanity. These principles encapsulate the essence of the samurai's code, emphasizing duty, respect, and selfless action. Samurai neither rush nor delay when deciding on a course of action. In Bushido, those seeking to progress stay on the same path, whether they are walking, standing, speaking, remaining silent, or even eating rice. They move forward with purpose, never abandoning their effort, always focused on their goal. Samurai take everything seriously. The flow of time, for them, is like a light appearing in the darkness. This sharp awareness is described by Takuan Soho as the Taya sword. It is a legendary sword unlike any other under the sky, adorned with jewels and capable of cutting through the hardest metals and steels with ease. There is no sword on earth that can defeat it. The mysterious abilities granted to a warrior by Bushido are revealed in the Taya sword. A person who possesses this ability becomes invincible, if no matter how strong their enemy may be. Everyone has a Taya sword, but it must be awakened. According to Takuan, those who wield this mysterious power rarely reveal the tip of their sword. They are faster than lightning, swifter than the wind. In the cartoon, the magical sword wielded by Samurai Jack is, in fact, a Taya sword. Forged with virtue and wisdom, this sword can only be used in the service of good. The concept of the master holds a central place in the samurai tradition. For a samurai to truly be a samurai, he must have a master, someone for whom he chooses to wield his sword and dedicate his life. Here, the term master refers to a wise and just ruler. In the times when these ideas emerged, leaders were those who swore to uphold justice on earth. Therefore, the phrase, "be useful to your master," means assist the wise one who strives to bring justice to the world. A samurai, possessing great skill and discipline, may easily fall into the trap of arrogance, believing himself invincible, superior, or beyond defeat. The confidence born from protecting others can turn into pride if unchecked. That is why a samurai must never lose respect for his elders and must guard himself against arrogance, no matter how powerful he becomes. Samurai, who live constantly in the shadow of life and death, must act not out of personal desire, fame, or the need for praise, but solely for the good of humanity. The true ideal of a samurai is to become a messenger of virtue. However, even Samurai Jack was, in the end, human. There were moments when he grew weary, when despair clouded his spirit. One of the most memorable examples of this appears in my favorite episode, the one with the monks. Jack is on the verge of giving up. His body is worn from endless battles and his soul is exhausted. At that very moment, nature comes to his aid. The wind blows away his hat, leading him to chase it, only to encounter 3 monks attempting to climb a mountain. They seek to reach the summit where truth itself awaits, though no human has ever succeeded. Jack, summoning what strength remains, vows to make the climb. As they ascend, Jack battles fierce creatures, grows weaker, colder, and finally collapses after a brutal fight. Just when all hope seems lost, the monks offer him spiritual guidance, helping him rise once again. This is the truth revealed at the mountain's peak. When the samurai is utterly broken, faith becomes his final source of strength. It's an unforgettable message, one that stays with us from childhood, reminding us that even when we believe it's all over, faith remains the only true path to salvation.
Aku! I will never give up! I will return to the past and destroy you! Watch out! Watch out!